What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. And Jeffrey moved the crow up a little bit so it'll be easier to work with. We are able to bring the air compressor hose all the way up to this area, so it's actually pretty nice, and we don't have to bring it back and forth or anything. The hose is like a 50 feet, so it actually reaches here. But this is where we're at so far with the paint prep. So you can see we removed all of the stickers on the side here, because I'm gonna have to get rid of all that. Got rid of this trimming here, like it's like some cheap sticker foam that they put on, just because I don't know. And I'm gonna sand all of this down still, and got rid of all the glue here from the old spoiler. Still have to do a little bit more rust conversion in some spots. Still might be sanding this down, all of this rust. But you can see I converted the rust here already. It's changed to a different color. And then converted the rust here as well. So all of this is pretty much done. Gotta just sand some of this down and then see if there's any rust under here. But so far the roof is pretty straight, so it's nice. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So what I'm gonna do before I start sanding is actually RTV the hood back. So I removed all of this old RTV that they put on from factory because it was all dried up and cracked, and you can see I cleaned it up like that. So I'm going to put it back on so that the skeleton will actually hold on to the shell and give it some rigidity. And once it's dry after like 2 days, then we could start doing more body work to the hood, because you can see right now it flexes as I go. So I don't really want it to flex too much because it's gonna crack like all the vinyl that I put on. So yeah, I'll update you guys as I go. Just finished RTVing the hood, and you can see I did all of the mounting points, and it actually took almost the whole tube, pretty much all of it though. And you can see it's all here. So it doesn't look that pretty, but we could go ahead and clean it up afterwards. Just gotta cut it off or clean it up, and it should be okay after that. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and put the hood down, latch it down, and let it kind of dry like that, because it needs to push up like this. And kind of have everything hold together. So that's what we're gonna do. And then while we do that, we could go ahead and sand everything else, start sanding the whole body, and just primer what needs to be primered for now. All right, so quick update on the 86. It is a brand new day now, and what I've done is bondo certain spots of the car. So you can see here, and this is a big dip right here. So I bondo just a little bit, but we're gonna get actual bondo glass, because the fiberglass in the bondo will be able to actually bend a little easier. And then bondo this right here too. So we use body filler throughout the car. There was a dip here. It went in right here, and I body filled this spot. So just gonna have to sand this down and then make it straight. There was a little bit of rust here that I fixed up, and so body filled that. Let's see what else. I did the arches here. You can see we're sanding it down. Use a little bit of black paint to kind of just see the highs and lows, but it's turned out pretty good, and it's looking a lot better than it did before. Body filled this spot here because there was a big dip here, and kind of Jeffrey sprayed this spot right here, and we're gonna sand this down too. Body filled here. There was a little bit of cracking right here and just here. So yep, little spots. The roof is okay, so we're not really gonna touch that. Just gonna sand it down a little bit once we put more primer on, and just do that. And then just little spots like this. So so we have paint and stuff, but I don't have sealer, so we're just gonna decide to go ahead and primer the whole car down, and then kind of just sand it down a little bit so it's smooth and ready to go, because I do want the whole car one unified color, so that when we lay the base coat, it lays on very smooth. So this is the car overall, and I think it's turning out pretty good. Everything is coming together. The car is really straight now in the spots that were pretty bad. And like I said, we still have these big rut spots, like here. And this spot I just figured out, which is pretty bad. That's bad. Look, it's still rotting away. So gonna have to fix all this. I'm scared to see how much is going. You can see it kind of, yeah, it's going all over right here. So that's pretty bad. Gonna have to address that, but we'll probably just treat the rust and then just paint it as is too with this little hole here, because Jeffrey just wants to get this car done. It's not really like a show car for him. He just wants it to look better than before. So we're just gonna lay some paint down and just make the car look pretty. So after a long time of sanding, pretty much sanded everything down that I needed to for now. So you can see this arch is nice and smooth now. It was like ripply here. The filler did its job. There's still some low spots here, as you can see, and we're gonna have to fill that with more filler because it's a dip right here, and looks pretty bad right there. But we're just gonna primer it for now and then add some more Bondo later. On this side, it turned out pretty good. So you can see this. It was a dip like right here that went like that, and you can see it's nice and smooth now. So what I'm gonna do is lay some more primer right here. So you can see right here too, this is the filler, and it looks really good, nice and straight now. This side was pretty bad too, and it's looking great. And right here I had to fill in these cracks, and then some more right here too. But yeah, so it's gonna go ahead and primer the spots that I need to, like the exposed metal, and then we're gonna leave it like that for today, and then just continue maybe tomorrow, and then we'll go from there.